Now it is election night for the primary runoff. These are the races that weren't decided back in the March primary and will finally decide who will end up on the ballot for the November election.
We are watching several races for you tonight, from your local representatives to statewide offices. We've got team coverage for the political coverage, starting with Grace White, and a look at the race for Attorney General. Grace?
Yeah, Lynn and Mia, this is a race we've been watching very closely tonight. It has been called for incumbent Ken Paxton. He's sitting at 68% ahead of Bush's 32%. And if you walk over here with me to look at county by county, you can see Paxton taking most of the support statewide, Bush only walking away with a select few counties. Now on the Democratic runoff, also in the race for Texas Attorney General, you can see Garza, the race called for her at 62% ahead of Jaworski's 38%. It's interesting to note he did pick up the orange counties around the Houston area. He, of course, is the former mayor of Galveston, but not enough support statewide to defeat Garza. And the last race we're going to look at is the race for lieutenant governor, the Democratic runoff. This race very close still, not called. Collier at 55%, Beckley at 45%, and you can see their support is split across the state.
All right, Grace White, thank you tonight.
More than 185,000 Harris County voters cast their ballot in this year's primary runoff. That far surpassed the 108,000 from 2018.
Now election workers are counting the 85,000 in-person votes from today. Adam Bennett is live at Election Central at NRG Arena. Adam, how's it looking so far?
Well, Mia, ballots from about half of the polling sites have come in so far. It's about 2-to-1 Democrats to Republican sites. And this year, law enforcement officials and some county staff members are actually helping to bring those ballots back from the polling sites here to Central Count. It's because of that new plan that today Harris County Republican Party sued election administrator Isabel Longoria. They believe that new plan is illegal. They say that Texas election code requires that the presiding judge or a clerk that judge designates be the one to actually deliver the ballots here in person. But election officials say they believe the county is on solid legal ground.
We don't anticipate that the court would rule it in a way that would jeopardize any votes. If the court knows that we are awaiting their word, and so we will pivot as necessary. But again, we are moving forward with this program as is until or unless we hear from the county attorney or the Supreme Court itself.
And Administrator Longoria just gave us an update a short time ago. She says based on the rate things are going so far, she thinks that most of the votes should be tabulated by around midnight. But she says the big wild card here is how many election judges decide to opt out of this new plan and just drive the ballots down here to Central Count themselves across this very large county. Len?